Hello and welcome. I am Grim, and this is Grimworld. This is a little map I've actually made for Ark itself. It's nowhere near complete yet, but there are some quite nice bits. It's a smaller map, so any issues with flying about should be fixed, because it's not going to take very long to get anywhere anyway. So I believe I've got the starting location down on this south beach here. Unfortunately, I haven't got as far as figuring out how to change the map yet, so that's going to be of no use to us. So you're just going to have to trust me that this is the central south coast. Okay, so off to the left we have a small island. I guess this is the west coast. So I do have a couple of spawns I've managed to get in here. Oh, sorry, this might happen quite a bit. I've got settings on stupidly high just so I can show this to you. It's a little bit basic at the moment. Again, this area I haven't done much with apart from put a couple of spawns around the beach and a few trees dotted around here and there and a couple of resources just as a little bit of basic things to get started with. But I'll see if I can fly up a little bit to maybe give you a bit more of an overview of things there. So I have actually put in a redwood forest, I guess just a little bit above the centre of the island itself, or group of islands, seeing as there's two, I guess. And not quite got rivers or anything, but there are some inlets around. Oh, I should probably get myself a better flyer for this. You might notice the odd holes in the sea itself. That's because, again, texture editing isn't something I've mastered or really looked at, to be honest with you. There might be a different way of getting rid of them, but I've just been copying and pasting the Ark sublevels in the maps. But anyway, I'll eventually land and I'll cut back and show you a little bit more of Grimworld. Okay, so now we've got our stamina back. I'll carry on with the little explore round. So we'll run down the bottom part here. The southeast corner, I think it is. I have managed to put in a couple of beavers. The beaver dams themselves currently are a mystery to me. I haven't seen any naturally spawn, so it might be something I'm going to have to create a spawn point for themselves. But I have managed to get a little spawn in here with a couple of sheep roaming around the grasslands. And we have some surface mounted resources here as well. So what I'll do is I'll quickly take a fly up to the back. I say the back, the northeast corner. Again, we do have a couple of spawns, the mountain spawns, so you will be having a few carnivorous dinosaurs running around, not just herbivores. And again, we do have a couple of chunks of resources lying around. So is that another new one? So yep, the spawns are certainly spawning in the newer dinosaurs as well, so that's not going to be an issue. As I said, I've not actually updated it for a little bit. But yep, so that's your metal, obsidian, and crystals in here. Another thing I need to work on is the boundaries themselves. You can currently fly off the map, and I haven't actually tested how far you can go, but don't really want to find out. So that brings us on to the redwood area. So I've tried to decorate this as best I can with a few dead trees and stumps lying around the place that you can maybe have a little fly through if you need to escape. And we also have a couple of little ponds down here as well. Now, I can't remember if I said earlier about having fish spawns, but I've managed to get a couple of fish spawns certainly in this one. And the beavers, again, will spawn around this area. this one here as well. I think you can actually swim underneath this log. So yep, just a couple of fish spawning in here as well, so we do have a couple of places you can go fishing at least. Admittedly there's probably not much fish-wise in there, so I might have to try and expand on the spawning rates there. There's a couple of little pieces I'll show you whilst we're running around the redwoods here. Again, another tree for decoration which has been downed, but you can actually fly through the side there, which is quite nice. And another few stumps for decoration. But I believe it's this one here. You can actually go up and through, so I don't know if that could be turned into a little hidey hole for something, or become part of a base. But that brings us to the Redwood Cave. So the Redwood Cave is going to be predominantly guarded by a group of bears living at its entrance. It will eventually have, again, resources in here, not surface mounted, but it's going to be covered in rocks. And I'll show you roughly that in a minute. And again, back here, we're probably going to put in a few more resources together, and another spawn point or two, just to liven things up a little bit. And bears which sit in the ceiling. Okay, I'll look into that. But I guess the last little feature is the one which is why I mainly actually started this map. I don't find the rocks, well, the metal rocks, sorry, and the obsidian just lying around on the surface amazingly realistic. It's to me it makes sense that you'd have to maybe mine them from, say, the ground. So that's what we've done here. Normally there would be a few rocks at the entrance to stop you actually walking straight in, and again a few dotted around here, but it's just to show you roughly what's in here. I've already mined a couple of those out. Now, some resources may actually be hiding under some rocks, so you're going to have to empty pretty much everything to get all of the resources here. But as I said, I thought it would be a little bit more realistic having to work to get the resources and actually mine them from the ground itself. I don't actually need any of this, I'll just dump all that. So, there we go. This is Grimworld. I thought I'd just give you guys a little chance to see what I've actually been working on in my spare time as well. So I hope you like what you've seen there. And if you do want to, it should be on the Steam Workshop to download. So again, thanks for watching, and remember to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and don't forget to go check out Meta's channel. Okay, well, thanks now. Bye bye.